Welcome back. Thank you for joining us today as we answer the question, is it equal? Last episode we discussed, was it equal? And we came to the conclusion that it absolutely was not. There were many influential women who helped pave the way for future generations of female pastors. However, they did not have it easy. Nothing was handed to them. Therefore, it was not equal. Today we will discuss, is it equal? In 2021, is it any better? I want to start off this podcast with some statistics. This is from a study done in the summer of 2016 called Gender and Leadership in the PCUSA. It was done by the PCUSA and their research team, and they did a large project assessing the status of women in two areas, theologically and sociologically. The general conclusion of the study was that gender discrimination is still very present within the Presbyterian Church of the United States of America. However, most of the members, in fact over half of the members, are not aware of it. In another radical statistic, 80% of the pastors have experienced discrimination, harassment, and/or harmful comments due to their gender, and 4 out of 10 feel that they have experienced gender bias in hiring, promotion, or selection for an official position within the PCUSA. That, of course, is female pastors, not male. One of the most significant differences between men and women within leadership in the church is the pay discrepancies. When seeking jobs, it's a common experience for women to get the sentence, "You aren't the breadwinner in the family, thus they shouldn't earn as much as a man." There are signs that this is improving, however. Women are also often thrusted upon the role of working with children, even if they have no experience or interest doing so. It's almost expected that women will face pushback going into a ministry role, whether it be outright and open and blunt, or microaggressions hidden through the back door that you don't really realize will happen until you're in the position. But seminaries don't do much to prepare these female pastors to navigate these issues or help them when the time comes to make changes and make decisions, and they just don't know up to what point they can handle, and thus it's up to the woman to decide and to the pastor to decide, and that line almost always gets blurred because it's not taught. And while seminary is the study of the Bible and the study to be a pastor, it's almost always the study how to be a pastor from the lens of a man, from the lens of a white man, not a woman or a person of color. Yet another challenge that female pastors in the Presbyterian Church and in general face are sexist comments. And there was a study done with the opportunity to give back feedback. And I'm going to read some of this to you now. It says, as a seminary student interviewing at a church where members were permitted to give anonymous sermon feedback, I would get written comments like, "Nice legs," and "How do you keep such a nice figure?" Male church members and staff staring at my chest, creepy comments about my personal life, which I kept very private, statements about my clothing, "What do you have under your robe? A bikini?" Inappropriate touching, lingering hugs, kisses, pats on the behind, requests for dates, notes citing scripture that say women should not speak in church, especially in the 6 years that I became head of staff. This is just one woman's experience being a woman pastor, and I can imagine that this is a fairly common occurrence.